So now to go over the answers from the questions in your book. So number 7, how does Newton's first law of motion relate to Galileo's concept of inertia? It's basically just a restatement of it. Number 8, what type of path does a moving object follow in the absence of a force? So it will continue to follow a straight line path. Doesn't matter what direction it's moving, but as soon as it doesn't have any additional forces, it's going to follow a straight line path. So then number 33A, you have some different materials resting on a table, and it asks how much they resist being set into motion from greatest to least. So that would be the ones that have the greatest inertia would have the greatest mass. So to look at these, we have 4 objects. They're all given the amount of kilograms. So the one with the highest number would be B, and that would be the greatest. So B, which is 15, A, which is 12, C, which is 10, and D, which is 2. And then from the other section, which was number 9, what is the net force on a cart that's pulled to the right with 100 pounds of force and then to the left with 30 pounds of force? So the net force will be 70 pounds to the right because you're going to take 100 minus 30 and get 70. And the larger force is to the right, so you're going to end up with your net force to the right. And then number 32, rank the net forces on the blocks from least to most in the 4 situations, A, B, C, and D. So you're going to have, for A, you have 10 minus 5, so you've got 5 newtons, and that would be to the left. B, you have 7 minus 3, and that would be 4 newtons to the left. C is going to be 12 minus 4, which is 8 newtons to the left. And D is going to be 3 minus 3, which is 0 newtons. So if we take the positive direction as going to the right here, and we're considering what's happening, the one that actually has the least amount in this case is going to be C, because even though it's 8 newtons, it's going to the left, so it is actually negative 8. Then the next lowest would be A, which is 5 newtons, but it's negative 5 because it's going to the left. Then B, which is negative 4 newtons, and finally D, which is 0 newtons. That is actually the most in these scenarios. So at this point in time, you should be ready to go ahead and take the assessment. It's on Google Forms. So when you are done, you'll come back and watch the next video, and we will start the last topic in this chapter.